So they get 22% of your bill.
Yeah.
Pre-tax, pre-RST or VX1 or whatever it is.
Yeah, pre-everything.
Pre-everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. 20%. What is it? The VST?
VAT.
VAT?
Yeah.
It's fucking wild, dude.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I thought sales tax in Los Angeles was crazy at like almost 10%, but 20% is fucked.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand that it was baked into everyone's prices.
Yeah.
Like in America, we like to trick you, you know?
I know,
we like to give you the lower price and then get you to the register and be like, why? What's this extra $9?
Yeah. Everything you buy, it's on like clothes and stuff as well, right?
Yeah, it's like, well, those are going to drones.
Yeah.
They're going to bomb children. Oh, man, I feel great about that. Those are for the potholes that are never going to get sealed and flatten your tire here in Los Angeles.
The following podcast is a Pie to Pie production.
Every slice tells a story.
Flat iron pepper. When you pop these peppers, you are gonna know. You can smell it, you can feel it, you can taste it. They are liberating pizzerias from low quality pepper flakes. Stop finishing your pizza with crap. Head to flatironpepper.com and join the pepper flake revolution. Maestro sausage, hitting all the right notes for 100 years. We run a busy line at Hot Tongue, and Maestro is one of those products that just performs. We use their sausage raw on the pie, and it cooks perfectly every single time. Juicy, consistent, and packed with flavor. It's premium sausage that performs. Maestro, hitting all the right notes. If you want to level up your guest experience, it's time to get Open. Open helps you win your customers back from third-party delivery. It upgrades your online ordering and even gives you a native mobile app that integrates directly with most POS systems. Send SMS, push notifications. Open gives you all of that without needing a tech team. Get Open and get back to work. How often do phone orders get screwed up? A busy restaurant, loud noises, it's easy to make mistakes, but with Loman, it can be a perfect order every time. Somebody that knows your menu better than you do yourself. This isn't some clunky chatbot. Loman actually takes orders, answers questions, books reservations, and processes payments. Loman AI, never miss a call, never miss a sale. What are you gonna talk about? What'd you do to your back, dude? How old are you?
36.
Too young to have a back problem.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know exactly what I did. It's something I've had on or off for the last like 10 years, where kind of once a year it'll just go, but this time was much worse. Previously it's been like 2 or 3 weeks where it's been kind of painful, but this has been like 3 months of just like either lying on the floor or being in agony. So like, even if we'd done this time last week, I was going to have to be standing. I couldn't sit in a chair. I haven't sat in a chair for like 3 months.
Well, I was going to say, dude, especially in like a chair like this, I'm sure it's, they're nice, but this is not the most comfortable thing for a back injury.
It's actually better like a sofa or something is too squishy.
Yeah.
I still can't sit on sofas, but
you know what you did?
Hard chairs. I don't know what caused it, but I had, it's called retrolisthesis. Basically, the lowest vertebra was pushed backwards out of place. And it's like crushing the gap where the sciatic nerve comes between those two vertebrae was squashed, basically. So yeah, it was just like back, leg, hip, all the way down the leg, pins, needles, everything. I went to chiropractor and physio and stuff for like 2.5 months. And then I used to go to Bikram yoga at this place near my house. And my wife was going there. One of the teachers has been teaching us there for like 14 years or something. So she was telling this teacher, oh, Tim's got this problem. He's stuck on his back. He can't move and stuff. And she recommended this thing called somatics, which was developed by an American guy who was a student of Feldenkrais. Have you heard of Feldenkrais?
No.
Okay, it's like sort of how to hold your body and heal your body and stuff. So he developed this thing. So that was like 10 days ago, and like 3-4 days after starting doing it, it's just like really gentle exercises. I was so much better. Yeah, after like 10 days, I'm almost pain-free.
Wow.
It's powerful stuff.
Was it? Whoa, sounds a little magical.
Yeah, it's like when you read,
You're
there's
doing some like mind and body stuff, or
yeah, it's kind of like it's retraining your central nervous system. So the kind of theory behind it is that your brain loses connection with certain muscles
yeah,
due to traumas or whatever, or just like habitually holding yourself in a bad way. You know,
the body keeps the score. Dude.
Working in a pizzeria,
Yeah.
being fairly tall, every surface is too low for you. You're constantly bent over, so you kind of lose that connection. So it's like retraining your brain's connection with your muscles. And you read about it and you think like, yeah, all right, bullshit. That's not going to fix me.
Yeah.
But yeah, in like from starting it to like 7 days time, the difference was incredible.
Yeah.
Like the weekend before, my daughter had asked me for pancakes for breakfast, and I was literally in tears by the end of making them because I was in so much pain. And then the next week I was like taking my kids to the playground and pushing them on the swings and stuff. I was like, in 1 week.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Night and day.
Yeah.
Well, you forget that like your mind and your body can get detached.
Yeah.
Very
absolutely,
easily.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You're living up here.
Yeah.
In this thing, and if this is also the vessel, like
when you got a business and a family, like you don't give your brain the space to kind of reconnect with your body. And
of
stuff.
course, yeah. Well, there's not a lot of downtime. You have how many kids you have?
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what are the ages?
6 and 2.
Nice.
Yeah, my son's 2. That's a good age too.
Yes. Kind of a wild age though.
Yeah.
Walking around, running around, kind of blabbering.
Yeah.
Just like it's like hanging out with a belligerent drunk all the time.
Yeah, it's great.
Like they're
small enough that you can pick them up.
Yeah, exactly. But they're like that friend that always drank too much.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That it can go one of two ways. They want to get hugged and like be loved, or like they want to hit you.
Yeah.
Like what kind of drunk are you gonna be today?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, last night he sat down to eat, and I said, "Do you want some water?" And he had a empty cup in front of him. He was like, "No, I don't want water. I want cheese." I'm like, "What do you mean?" So we ended up getting Parmesan and filling his cup with cheese. He just drank it. Of
course.
Just sat there
that's the weird shit you do as a parent.
Yeah, and you're like,
it's like,
cool, man. If that's what you want.
Whatever you want, little prince.
Drink a cup of Parmesan.
Yeah. Just shaving Reggiano into a baby fucking cup.
Exactly.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Is the 6-year-old chill?
Yeah, she's ballet and Barbies and stuff. Like.
Nice. Yeah, they start to become like these little people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she's a great big sister. She looks after him. She can put him to bed. She can change his.
Oh wow! Okay, it's like that.
Nappies. Yeah.
She's watching him right now.
They're both at school. Luckily. Yeah.
Oh, nice. He's in school too.
He goes to nursery. Yeah.
Nice.
So I have 4 days a week where he's like 7:30 a.m. till 6 p.m.
Well, to talk about pizza, not that we need to. You started in a driveway making pizza. Is that correct?
Yeah.
You are a musician.
Yeah.
You play the bass.
Yeah. So I was
the rhythm section.
double bass. Yeah.
Did you play the double bass?
Yeah.
The stand-up bass?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like like very jazzy.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Did that fuck your back up? Boom, 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 boom.
I don't know. Yeah. It's not symmetrical, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't have too many problems as a result of playing that. But yeah.
You ever like spin it around?
Occasionally, yeah.
Do a little fucking
when the
spin.
price is right. If I'm paid enough, I'll spin it around.
Some like Brian Setzer shit. What kind? It was just jazz you did?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So both my parents are musicians. My mum was an opera singer. My dad's a jazz pianist.
Wow.
So grew up with music all around and followed my dad into the jazz side of things.
Yeah.
I was kind of started off playing guitar and learning Beatles songs and stuff.
Yeah.
And then he kept teaching me like the chords to a Beatles song, and he'd come back in and I was just playing the bass line on the bottom string. Mm-hmm. And he was like, "I think you want to play the bass, don't you?" And I was always like, No, I want to play the guitar. It's the sexy one.
Yeah.
No one wants the bass player.
Yeah.
But you're playing the bass on a guitar.
Yeah.
So eventually I started to play bass guitar, and then when I got more into jazz, switched to upright bass. Yeah, and then studied that at university, jazz performance, and had kind of 12 years or so touring the world doing that. So the main jazz club in London is called Ronnie Scott's in Soho.
Yeah.
I was one of the house musicians there. So if I was in London, certainly for a period of kind of 5 or 6 years, I was there pretty much every night, doing the early shows, the late shows until 3 a.m. and stuff. And then touring a lot as well, various different bands, which was fun. So we toured in the States a lot.
What's your favorite place in the States?
The guy that we toured with, we did like once a year we'd do a kind of 1 month long tour, but his agent was only East Coast, so we never got onto your side.
Yeah, respect.
But I'd always tag on at the beginning or end, like a week or two in New York, and go and see people and play and stuff.
Yeah.
And then or a bunch of us would kind of stay on for a week, and we did like Austin, Texas for a week and stuff like that.
That's
depending on where our last
close
gig
to the
was.
West Coast.
Yeah, depending on where our last gig was. Like, I think the last show was in San Antonio or something, so we were like, let's find somewhere around there to chill out for a bit.
Yeah, this is just like in a jazz circuit.
Yeah, he was the guy that we toured with mostly. There was a classical clarinetist who did like a Benny Goodman kind of show. So he basically kind of got a jazz band to come and play with him. So he was a phenomenal musician, but not a jazz musician. And over the kind of 10 years that we played together, he kind of got it together. And through that, he was pretty famous in the classical world.
Yeah.
So we were playing big theaters and concert halls and stuff, and that was another reason we really enjoyed it, because we were getting treated well and like, nice hotels. And
what's it like being I've been on tour in like a rock and roll band, but like, is it like the same vibe? You know, like being you guys still partying and stuff, like jazz style?
Yeah, heavy
partying. You guys doing like heroin and stuff?
No,
like the jazz guys,
just
like the
drinking.
heroin stuff.
Yeah.
No one was smoking rocks or anything?
Not anymore, no. I think that was a thing.
There was a time you did heroin.
No, not me. No.
Okay.
No, the jazz scene.
Okay, yeah.
No, it was mostly drinking from the guys of my generation.
Yeah.
And then I think the last tour we did there was just after my daughter was born, and that's kind of when it stopped being so fun, when I was kind of calling home and like, do you want to go to sleep, come home and help?
Yeah. I bet.
And so I think the first year of her life, I was probably 6 months on the road over the year and stuff, not all in one go, but it got to the point where I was like, I want to find something that I really enjoy, but that doesn't mean that I'm away from seeing my family grow up, seeing my kids grow up.
So you're like, I'll get in the restaurant industry.
Yeah.
That gives you a lot of time.
Yeah, exactly.
Loman AI is a very powerful tool that every pizzeria should have if you have a phone. On past pods, I've said throw your phone away, and this is me eating my words. You can pick a voice. We have Marissa. She sounds fun and energetic. And there's even like background noise to make it feel like they're calling somebody that's in a restaurant. To be completely honest, she can answer questions better than I can about my own restaurant. I'm not trying to replace any humans, but I'm telling you, nobody at my restaurant is dying to answer the phone. It just fixes a problem. It really creates a better customer experience. This isn't some clunky chatbot. Loman actually takes orders, answers questions, books reservations, and processes payments. Upselling is hard to train too. Please offer them a salad. Do you want a drink? It's just stuff that we as humans forget to do that Loman does every time. By not using Loman, I guarantee you're leaving money on the floor. Set up a demo and see for yourself. Link in the description. Loman AI. Never miss a call, never miss a sale.
It does, in the sense that I go to sleep in my bed every night.
Yeah, you're
I'm
here.
There,
you're,
I'm waking up with them in the morning.
Yes.
You know, I'm present. They see me.
Yeah. They know who you are.
Yeah. I've always been fascinated with the restaurant industry and how it worked, the kitchens. Whenever I was going to a restaurant, I was watching the kitchens and seeing, you know, how are they organizing themselves, and that was always really interesting to me. I had a friend he was a trombonist at college with me, and he went off into being a chef and kind of became a fine dining chef. He was like sous chef in 2 Michelin star restaurants and stuff, so proper fancy cooking. And we devised this pop-up that we did where we would pair music and food together. So like when you have a tasting menu and there's a different wine with every course or something, there was a different song with every course. So he would say, oh, I've got this idea for a course, and I'd write a song to accompany it, or vice versa. So we'd have like six courses. My band would play live. I'd announce like,
Oh wow, it's
this,
like live thing. Yeah,
yeah.
That's great.
So like 6 songs, 6 courses as an evening.
How long are the songs?
Yeah, I mean it's jazz, so you can just
you
keep
say?
improvising.
Really?
Yeah,
Just
like 15-minute songs.
Oh my god,
yeah.
like a fucking Fish concert.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we did that for like a couple of years, and for me, I really enjoyed the evenings, but I also really enjoyed. I would like go to his restaurant on a Monday when it was closed or something, and use all the fancy pacojets and stuff to prepare all of the ingredients for the night. So I wasn't involved in the service or anything, because I didn't know what I was doing. He wouldn't want me there. But in the preparation, it was really fun. So that kind of like gave me a taste a little bit for it, and I was like, this is what I really want to do. How do I get into the restaurant business? Like, I can't start as a junior chef with a family to support, because you're not going to get paid and you're going to have to work the whole time. So like, what am I going to do? A friend of mine, like childhood friend, worked in restaurant PR. So I contacted him. I thought maybe, that's a way I could be involved in the restaurant business without starting, from the bottom of the kitchen. So he'd hooked me up with a company he used to work for to go in and kind of start doing a bit of an internship and learn how that worked. And that was supposed to start on the week that COVID hit.
Everything shut down.
And I don't know how it was in the States, but here everyone was very skeptical when COVID was starting. Everyone was like, "Oh, this will be, next week it'll have gone
weeks,
away."
Dude. Was it fucking drop the curve or jump the line? I don't know what it was.
Something like that.
Flatten the curve.
Flatten the curve.
Just gonna be 2 weeks at home.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything will be back to normal.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah. So the lady from this PR
Find the gap,
The lady from this PR company had called me and said, "Oh, this COVID thing's happening. Let's just check in next week, and you can come in once this is blown over."
What you were gonna? What are you gonna train in PR or what?
Yeah, like restaurant PR.
So you were gonna become a PR person.
Yeah, I mean, I had no love or desire to do that
That's
at all.
the dark side.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
that's the ass end of the.
I think I was just kind of desperately looking for something
to get you into the restaurant industry. Okay.
Anyway, obviously, then COVID went on a bit longer than 2 weeks, as we all know. And I had a little Uni. I had the original Uni Pro when it was spelt UUNI.
Ooh.
That old.
You still got it?
No, sold it.
The resale on those now, dude.
If only I'd known. So I thought, look, I'm just gonna take this time. We don't know how long COVID's gonna last to make the pizza that I want to make. Just perfect that, and that slowly became evident that to be able to do that, I was going to have to make a lot more pizzas than my family could eat.
Yeah.
So I started texting friends, neighbors, people who live nearby, and just saying, look, once a week, I'm going to do a pizza night. If you want a pizza, you can choose from these, 4 or 5 options.
Yeah.
Come and pick it up and donate £5 to the NHS charities or something. So I wasn't charging for them. I was also very insecure about the quality of my product. So I was thinking, if it's for charity, they can't complain, because even if it's terrible,
and they will complain, and then they're gonna go to hell, dude.
Even if it's terrible, they're like, well, we did something for charity.
Yeah.
So that gave me the opportunity to kind of work on a product and a menu and kind of get something together. Through that, I met a couple of guys, Mike and Paula, who owned a wine bar in Acton, which was kind of 10 minutes drive from my house. And they were like, look, we've got this little kitchen out the back. We're not using it. This is when things were just going to start to open up again. And people were actually allowed to go and eat out, although they had to sit that far apart from each other.
Yeah. It all made sense.
So they were like, do you want to come and, do a pop-up at our place? So that started as like one night, and then one night a week, and then weekends, and then I ended up 5 nights a week there. Then
By yourself at that point? Just you?
Yeah, just me. And then I started doing a pop-up in like another place in Chiswick where I live that was on the 6th night of the week. And so then I was like Tuesday to Sunday, and then I started doing farmers markets at the weekend. So that was Saturday and Sunday lunchtime. So within like 3 or 4 months of...
And you're just using unis at the farmer's market?
So I started off with uni. Then I moved to Gosney as...
That's a natural transition.
As
usually.
I needed... Yeah, they're better workhorses.
Yes.
For
everything.
making larger quantities.
Yes.
And then I started using F1s.
Yeah.
Because it's just much easier with being able to work indoors. A lot of the time I was in someone's kitchen or something indoors.
Yeah.
And in fact, so then I did like a year or so of doing that, which was like packing up and moving every day.
Yeah.
And by that point I was like, I think I've got a good product here. There's a lot of people who are coming back for it. People are happy with it, and I'm busy doing this.
Were you always calling it Base Face?
No, started off as Zio Tim's Pizzeria.
Zero Tim's?
Zio Tim's. Zio
Tim's?
Yeah, being uncle in Italian.
Are you Italian?
No, my wife is Italian.
Nice, good to have those
And,
roots.
yeah.
Good to have those roots.
Yeah, it makes this whole thing authentic.
Yes, everything is authentic now.
So in the little town she's from, there's a pizzeria called Zio Tom's, like near their house. So when I started making pizza, my brother-in-law, her brother, started jokingly calling me Zio Tim because of that. So I was like, okay, I'll call it that.
Yeah.
But it did make it sound kind of. Since I started, I have great respect for the tradition of Italian pizza making. Of course, that's where it's from, and that's given us the foundation of everything. But I didn't want to be calling myself authentic Italian pizza. I didn't want to be importing, mozzarella from Naples. I think a lot of produce, particularly like mozzarella, is supposed to be fresh. And we have milk here, so we can make it here. Some things, like we don't have enough sun to grow tomatoes.
Yeah.
So tomatoes doesn't really work. But I was quite careful to not be seen as an Italian pizzeria.
Yeah.
So
that's tough when you're making pizza.
Yeah, but I didn't want to be. There's enough places around who are authentic Italian pizzerias run by Neapolitan people importing all their stuff. If that's what you want, there's loads of them.
Yeah.
There's no point in an English guy coming and opening one of those and everybody going, "What's going on here?" I mean, it's been done, and it's been done very well. So
yeah,
I'm using British flour milled here. All the meats are made in London from British high welfare pork. The cheese is all made in the UK.
Damn, dude, you're not using Fiora, the FDL, like everybody else?
Well, Fior di Latte is just mozzarella made from cow's milk. So
yeah,
anything can
in
be.
Italy.
It doesn't have to be.
Everyone's using that Italian FDL, man.
Yeah. Well,
I know everyone's ingredients now.
Yeah.
Got you all on tape.
Yeah, so I mean,
so everything's pretty local here.
Where it's possible,
yeah,
for both price and quality, It has to be good quality, and it has to be affordable to the point where I can get it on the menu and not have to charge a ridiculous amount to customers.
Yeah.
We use local ingredients, and then all of the things like soft drinks, beers, ice cream stuff, we use local suppliers. So people who have shops close by to here who are producing ice cream, we stock their stuff. I think it's very important to support the network of local independent producers, suppliers.
Yeah, it helps the smaller ecosystem around you. I mean, like the more smaller businesses you can use helps your business, helps other people.
Yeah, completely. Yeah, and I've traveled around the States, so I know it's the same as here. But you see all of the high streets and all of these areas just getting bought up by KFC and big chains and stuff. So for the small independent guys to survive,
it seems
we need to stick together, not fight against each other.
Yeah. I don't know what it'll look like in 5 years or 10 years, but it does seem like it's much easier for like places like that, bigger places like a Chipotle or a KFC to go up or be on every corner. Yeah, especially in America.
I mean, the smaller towns in America, touring around there, like you'd go to an airport, get on a fly for 2 hours, get off. Somebody takes you to another town. You're like, this is the exact same town we just left. Yeah, there's all the same shops in the same order.
And they even just like all the architecture just looks the same. Yeah,
just copy and pasted.
Yeah.
But same can be said for here. That's not.
Yeah, well, like in rural areas of London, is it kind of like that, or the UK?
I mean, cities are different, and I think they always will be because there's such a dense population.
Saturated.
There's more space for creativity. In businesses as well.
The biggest pain point today in the restaurant industry is third-party delivery. The customer experience is completely taken out of your hand, and so is the data. Open helps you win your customers back from third-party delivery. The Hot Tongue app, built by Open, has been huge for us here at Hot Tongue. Online sales went up 20%. We saw customers coming to the app from third party. They help make sure that food gets there, and when it doesn't, you're not calling DoorDash, you're not calling Uber. Open is taking care of all of that for you. And it doesn't replace people. It replaces your time. It gets you in the palm of your customers' hands and in their pockets. Open is basically giving you the digital power of a restaurant chain without losing your voice and your hospitality. Every guest who interacts with you is actually saved, organized, and yours to keep, not the third parties. Turn those contacts into paying customers. No blasting, no guessing, just targeted messaging that works. You can run campaigns yourself or run it on autopilot. If you don't want to create the campaigns, it will spit out four for you every month. Marketing is something that falls by the wayside sometimes, and that's where Open really succeeds. It takes so much off of your plate. The automations, the AI creating campaigns, the SMS, the push notifications going out, double points day, the loyalty program. All these features matter and really help a small independent operator. If you want to level up your guest experience, it's time to get open. Learn more at getopen.com/pie-to-pie. So when you changed the name, was it easy to, well, not easy, but like it was a smart thing to like kind of lean in on the music, the past music?
Yeah, it was just a sort of continuation of my personal journey, really.
Yeah.
So I was looking for ages for a name that had some sort of meaning to me rather than just a random collection of words or something.
Yeah.
And then I was listening to one of my favorite albums by a bass player called Ray Brown, who was Ella Fitzgerald's husband and played with everyone from the 40s until he passed away. And the album was called Bass Face. I was listening to that and I was like, hold on, bass, pizza bass. It has a...
Yeah.
It kind of sounds cool.
There's no rhymes,
it's
dude.
Almost rhymes.
Rhymes enough.
Yeah. and it had meaning to me. So I had one of my first album. No, my second album that I released had a picture of me that somebody had taken at like 2:30 in the morning, playing the double bass with the like big bass face stank on.
You got the fucking stank face, dude.
Yeah. So that was my Facebook profile picture and my album cover and everything for years. So I was known by the bass face.
Yeah.
And I thought it was something that was personal to me, didn't make it sound like I was trying to be Italian, and was kind of memorable and different.
Do you go to a lot of live shows still? You check out music with all your free time?
No.
No?
No, I mean, so the first, well, we're now skipping over opening the first restaurant, but the first year I was open, I did a couple of shows, kept a couple of bands going. I just didn't really have time to dedicate to it. And then once it got to 2 restaurants, 2 kids, then I don't have any time for it.
What's been the hardest part about opening your restaurants?
I don't know. That's a difficult thing to pin down. There's a lot of, I think, through my ignorance of, when I opened the first restaurant, I'd never worked in anyone else's restaurant. I'd never worked in the restaurant industry properly, which I think gave me quite a good start in the sense that I wasn't expecting anything bad to happen. I thought it was going to be fairly easy, and it wasn't too bad, but I grew with myself. So I had just me in the kitchen, and then I had a couple of friends, Rich, Doe and Behold, who I believe you know.
I love Rich.
Yeah, everyone loves Rich.
Hopefully we're gonna see him tonight.
Great.
At the Martina.
Oh yeah,
soft
cool.
opening. Yeah.
Great. Yeah, nicest guy in pizza, Rich.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
And the man can put down booze like no one.
Yeah.
Nobody's business, dude.
So I had like Rich and then another guy who would come in as well, like at the weekends to help me. Both of whom were also not professional chefs. So like we had a little bell that we rang if we sold 100 pizzas, because that was a big event.
That's a lot of pizzas.
Yeah.
Rich would just come in on his free time.
Yeah, so he came in basically like Friday and Saturday nights. He'd come in and help when it got busy. So I would just sell as many pizzas as I could physically make.
Yeah.
So I would stop taking orders if it was getting too much. So we'd start off like 100 pizzas, 120 pizzas was a great night. Once we had more chefs and I'd learned how to do it better, and we'd got moved on to the Pizza Master ovens where we could fit a lot more pizzas in.
What were you using before that?
So when I first opened there, I had 3 F.A.Unos stacked on top of each other.
And those are electric ovens, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, just the space for one pizza in it. So once you put one in, that stone is pretty dead. So when you 2 in a row maybe. So then you're starting to rotate which ones you're using to try and allow the stone to recover and stuff. So then I bought the first Pizza Master, was just a single deck with the 4 spots in it. Because at the time we'd never made more than 120 pizzas in a day or something. So
you didn't want to splurge for the double deck, dude?
Well, I was like, that'll
be enough.
That'll be enough. And then 6 months later, I was calling the guy back and I was like, I actually had power restriction problems there, so I couldn't fit. I wouldn't have been able to power any more decks. But then I got the one with 6 stones in, and I was like, well, we'll never outlive that one. That one will be more than enough.
Wrong.
Yeah. So now we're here, and the new site in Richmond, we've got the double deck.
What is it, a 723?
732, yeah.
732,
Yeah.
217, yeah.
6.
It's
6
interesting. Everyone has
on
that.
2 decks.
Everyone has the 732.
Yeah.
It's like a very popular size here.
Yeah, I think
is that
so,
for power restriction, you think, or like? Because you do 12 and 18-inch pizzas.
Yes, the 18-inch pizzas we only do for people eating in.
Okay, so not that many.
We don't do that
because that fucking takes up a lot of room in your oven.
If we had that for takeout as well, it wouldn't be doable with that. But yeah, with most of the pizzas we're doing are the 12-inch ones. So it means we can do 10 at a time, and we're cooking at we've got the oven set at 475.
Jeez, dude, everyone be cooking on crazy temperatures here. Would you call your pizza Neapolitan?
No, but certainly it's the closest relative to my pizza.
Yeah.
I think it's like when you think of a traditional Neapolitan, I think that's a lot softer. What I'm trying to go for is a crispier thing. Mm-hmm. But it's definitely a lot softer than like a New York style pizza. Just being cooked at that temperature.
Yeah, you got the blisters.
Yeah.
Like you're close to 900 degrees.
Yeah.
That's wild. How your bake time? What, 90 seconds?
Yeah, it's between 90 seconds and 2 minutes.
You use semolina?
We use rice semolina to stretch in. It's got much higher burning point, so it doesn't burn as much.
Yeah.
Gives a nice kind of crispy texture
to
the
bottom.
outside.
You need that for those high bake temps.
Yeah, and it's gluten-free.
Ooh. Does that matter?
Well,
when you're putting it all over gluten?
Yeah, but when
Do you have a G-free?
We do serve gluten-free bases as well, so when we're serving those, at least there's not...
Ooh, I like that. Calling them bases? I call them shells.
Shells?
Yeah, because you open them up like a shell. It's and I call it slapping.
Yeah,
it's like slapping it out. It's like slapping it out like the base, dude. Like slapping out pizzas, back and forth. I like that though. So, do you use the Fiero glute for your gluten-free pies?
We don't make it. So
you get them.
Yeah, we don't serve that many for us to warrant us making it. So we get them. They're made in London from a company called We Are Gluten Free.
Are they just flat as fuck, or? Yeah,
the ones we're using now, we just switched supplier because these ones are kind of look more similar to the pizza we serve. Like a real pizza.
Yeah, the real pizza.
With delicious gluten in it.
Yeah.
Because I just always felt like, if you see a couple coming in and one person orders a regular pizza and the other person orders gluten-free and you see the two put down, you're like, if I was paying extra to have that one that looks so much worse, I'd feel a bit hard done by.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I've had some pretty insane gluten-free pizza, like that I would not have known it was gluten-free.
Yeah.
But it is. We work with gluten-free at Hot Tongue. We make them in squares, and it's not the easiest dough. But it's nice because you don't have to really ferment it. You just jack it full of a shit ton of yeast, and then like in an hour and a half, you can bake it off.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I never tried to make it. We sell so few of them.
Yeah,
It's just like
it makes sense.
It's not worth it.
It's nice that you even offer it.
And also we don't have a separate oven to be cooking them in. We can't serve it for celiacs. We can only do it for people with gluten intolerance.
Yeah.
So
you're not trying to kill no one.
Yeah.
Because it looks pretty Neapolitan. There's a shit ton of Neapolitan pizza here.
Yeah.
And that's been the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think in the last kind of year and a half, there's been
it's the thin and crispy.
Huge boom in the thin and crispy. Yeah.
A lot of seeing a lot of people that we've talked to this week, all very different pizza.
Yeah.
Making similar versions of maybe like a New York or a New Haven-esque style pizza, but all very different. Yeah. Do you get around? You eat other people's pizza, or?
Yeah.
That's what you want to do with your time? Go eat more pizza?
Yeah, I mean, it's always interesting, isn't it? To see when you spend so much of your time doing one thing to go and see someone else's operation, you're like, oh, they're doing the chilies like that, or they're doing, it's just interesting to see the different stuff other people are doing, and there's so many that have popped up. I've got a big list of places I've been meaning to go, and I've been lying on my back for 3 months, not being able to move. So
yeah, that's fucked up. Sounds like a fun summer.
Yeah, I just started texting people this morning saying, I'm almost better. Next week I'm coming.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, a few places I need to get to try. Yeah, I think kind of when I started making pizza 5 years ago, Neapolitan was definitely the in thing.
Yeah.
And that's probably the reason I kind of followed down that route, just because I started researching how to make pizza. That's what everyone was doing. So I kind of followed that and then went, okay, this is good, but I want it to be a bit crispier, less kind of soft, less soft and floppy. I think, honestly, like in an ideal world, I would be cooking them at a slightly lower temperature.
Okay.
The reality of it is we'd be turning away so many orders because we don't have the oven space to produce enough pizzas at that temperature. So it's a sort of it's a compromise between what I think, when I cook them at like 440, 450, it's probably closer to what
I mean, that bake time.
I intend.
That bake time still has got to be quick.
Yeah, it's still 2.5 minutes.
Yeah. You don't have 2.5 minutes. You're turning and burning, baby.
Yeah, I mean, on a Friday night, if we're doing if we're doing 400 pizzas on a Friday night,
is that normal? The 400 pizzas at both locations?
Well, that would be a very good Friday. But I mean, even 300 is probably an average for a Friday.
Maestro sausage, hitting all the right notes for 100 years. If you know me, you know I'm picky about ingredients. I only use the best. We run a busy line at Hot Tongue, and Maestro is one of those products that just performs. We use their sausage raw on the pie, and it cooks perfectly every single time. Juicy, consistent, and packed with flavor. No guessing, no babysitting, just quality. Now, Maestro chops and grinds their meat the old school way, so it never gets overworked. That gives us the signature medium coarse texture, and for us, it means it doesn't stick to our hands when you're topping pies. You move faster, you get better yields, and you're not losing product to gloves or washing it down the sink. It's premium sausage that performs. It's also the best tasting sausage around. That combination is really hard to beat. Maestro, hitting all the right notes. How many tickets is that? Is it 300 tickets you usually do?
No, because you'll get a lot of
250, 200 tickets?
Obviously, like here we have 50 seats.
Yeah.
So if we're selling 300 pizzas, probably 250 of them are on delivery.
Yeah.
So
that's busy.
Yeah. So with it's just
Is
the
it
delivery machine.
And it's getting busier
Because of the size here, we could get busier. The Barnes shop, which is now the oldest shop, but it was the second one I opened, is tiny. It's really hard to work there because it's so small, but it's so busy. So that's the reason it's still there, because it's so busy.
Yeah.
But they've got a different oven there. They've got an Itzo Forni, which is still an electric deck oven, but it's like long and thin.
Okay.
So you can fit 6 pizzas in, like 2, 2, and 2. Instead,
that sounds like a nightmare.
Yes.
To have to get in.
And it's got the little arch over the door, like you'll get on a kind of gas or wood burning oven.
Yeah.
So it's like keyhole surgery trying to get the pizzas in and out of there. But when the oven's working, it holds its heat so well, and it just keeps going. You just keep putting them in. So it's hard. It's hard to work there because it's very busy. But it's worth it because it's busy.
How often are you at each location?
Recently, not much.
Yeah, because you're back when you're healthy.
I'm trying to go around them all every day or 2 days. I live like 15, 20 minutes on the bike from here, and they're all about that far from my house, so I can kind of do a circuit and see them all. I tend to, here in Richmond, are very large, so I've got space to be playing around with new ingredients and testing stuff, whereas Barnes is so small. If I'm there mucking about with, a new pepperoni or something like that, I'm in everyone's way. So I tend to just leave the Barnes guys to it, and we try and use these 2 larger places to support them. So we just started like making one product in Richmond, but we want to start using that as production kitchen to be making stuff to be taken around.
Got it.
Try and relieve a bit of pressure off the guys in the middle in the tiny shop.
Yeah. Richmond, is that where Ted Lasso lives?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
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 Nice. Solid show.
Yeah.
Do you? Is it true that this is Hugh Grant's favorite pizza?
I don't think so.
No,
Who said that?
dude. Rich told me that.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if he was just fucking with me.
I think
but...
he might have been.
Dude, you know, you never get some celebrities in here.
I'm not aware that Hugh Grant has ever been here.
I heard, dude. I heard this is.
Oh, okay. He went to the same school as me.
Really?
But 20, 30 years before me.
Yeah.
So yeah, he probably lives around West London, I presume. But yeah, I'm not aware that he's ever.
Do you have is there a restaurant on like the River Thames or Rains?
Thames?
The Thames. Yeah. Is that close to here?
What?
Do you, that river? Do you have
The river is
yeah.
close. Yeah. It's just
right
just
there.
Yeah.
All right, Rich is chatting shit, dude.
Why? What did he?
I thought he told me somebody. He told me some celebrity.
Okay.
This was his favorite pie.
All right.
Maybe I just think Hugh Grant because we watched Bridget Jones's Diary.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been trying to get Stanley Tucci in because he lives around the corner from the Barnes.
That's what he was talking
restaurant.
about. Stanley Tucci.
Yeah, no, but I can't get him to come in because he just makes his own pizzas at home.
They're probably pretty good too.
Yeah, probably. But his wife and kids come in all the time. We're like,
they're
come
just
on.
picking it up.
Yeah,
bring
the
Mr.
Tucci in. Come on. Yeah, he's too famous.
Well,
He's also the most kind of lookalike guy that I've ever known because I'm aware that he lives around there. So anytime I see a guy with glasses and a bald head, I'm like, Tucci! Oh, no, it's not him.
It's like,
everyone looks like him.
Yeah, he's just walking around
And
Italy all the time.
Yeah, and the guys who work in that restaurant know that I'm always on the lookout for him. So they keep sending me a message like, Tucci's here, he's on table 8. And I go and look on the CCTV and I'm like zooming in. I'm like, that's not him. That's
they're
another
just fucking with you.
Yeah, that's another bald guy with the glasses.
Well, it's not Tucci, but I think I saw this on Instagram. Are you up for one of these pizza awards?
Yeah.
That's a big deal, right?
National Pizza Awards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big old ceremony.
Yeah.
You get in a suit.
Have
you been there before?
Yeah. So I went last year just to check it out, but I wasn't involved in it. Yeah. So this year will be the first year going down there, and there's 20 or so people going and kind of competing and stuff.
In one category? This is like best pizza of London? And you go
It's
and
not just
compete?
London. I think it's a UK-wide thing. Yeah. So I think there's 9 from London and then, 11, 12, 13, something from the rest of the UK.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. So you go and do there's 2 rounds of using sponsors' ingredients, stuff like that. And then you make one pizza with your own dough, your own recipe, your own ingredients and stuff. Yeah, so we'll see, but I think it'll be fun anyway. There's a lot of people I know going.
Are you competitive?
I don't think so particularly.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think pizza is so subjective and so variable. What one person likes and another person likes, and we're all here just making what we think is the best thing, and we're happy if other people like it. But that also that whole comment could be transferred into music. So I think when I was playing music or doing this, so long as I'm putting out the product that I feel is the best, I'm happy with it. I don't particularly.
Even if somebody shits on the album or one of your pizzas, that doesn't bother you?
It's not gonna be for everyone. So long as I know that it's the best product that I could put out there.
No, of course, but doesn't it suck when somebody's like, this is shit?
Yeah, of course it does, but I think it's nice to be told that people like your stuff.
Of course it is. And it's terrible to be told when not people are a fan of it.
Yeah. But I think also if you're confident in what you're doing, then
it doesn't matter.
It's not that it doesn't matter, but it doesn't knock you so hard.
Yeah.
When you're insecure. When I first started and I didn't really know what I was doing, one bad comment would would throw me a lot, because then I'd be like, oh, I don't know how to fix this problem or whatever, you know. I think the product I've served has always been like fine, but it's a lot better now than when I started, obviously, with 5 years more experience.
Yeah, so now not so much.
And 5 years isn't that long. There's a lot more to learn.
Of course.
Yeah, so I don't think I'm particularly competitive. It's the taking part that counts.
It's the taking part that counts.
Yeah.
Just being involved, everyone's a winner.
Yeah, just, you know, if there's other people there who are making nice stuff and I can meet them and hang out and stuff.
It's a win-win.
I like going to see other people's pizzerias and meeting them and seeing how they're making pizza, not to be like, oh, I hope the mine's better than theirs. Just like, you know, it's nice to see.
Yeah. That's a good outlook.
You seem a bit disappointed by it. You wanted me to be competitive.
Oh, no. I just, I feel like people naturally are competitive, or when you get into a room with a bunch of people making pizza, like, of course it's a fun time, but everybody wants to win. I feel like going into something like that and not saying that you don't want to win is kind of bullshit a little bit.
Not that I don't want to win, but like, if I
it's not going to destroy you. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, okay.
If I win or lose, I'll be probably equally as happy.
I
think I would be like pleasantly surprised to win. I'm not expecting to. But if that happens, then great. I'll be very happy. If it doesn't, then fine.
It's just those kind of things are like, even though they don't matter as much, like, I think what you're saying is right. I mean, and I think a lot of people, it's tough because you're just kind of insecure all the time. Some like running a business because there's so many outlets that kind of get to like pick at you. Same thing with music. It's like, it is super subjective, but you are kind of like in the public eye, so it's easy to kind of shit on the person in the arena. You know, it's getting a thick skin or like having the confidence in your product. It can be tough for people. I mean, like for me personally, sometimes like I let things get to me and I'm very confident, but I can also like sometimes just something, if it's the wrong part of the day, I'm already like, I let it seep in. So it's just not an easy thing, you know?
I guess with any criticism, somebody says something about your pizza or your service or
the whole restaurant
decoration or whatever it is, you look at it and go, do I believe this is true, what they've said? Of course, I've had bad days where I've served shitty pizza or like the dough's been bad and I've served it anyway or something like that. Of course, it's impossible for that to not happen. So you look at the criticism and go, okay, is this true? In this case, oh yeah, I remember that day, man. I was so hungover, the dough was terrible.
Yes.
You're like, yeah, absolutely fair enough. I deserve that 1-star review. Or, you know, is this person having a bad day and actually the product was fine? In which case you're like, okay, all you can do is say to them, I'd like you to reconsider because I don't believe it's true what you're saying.
Yeah.
And sometimes they do. Sometimes, you know, I've had several 1-star reviews over the years where I've contacted the person and said, can you come back in? I will personally make you a pizza for free. Yeah. And if you still don't like it, leave the review. If you like it, change it. So a couple of times they've actually got back to me and come in. I've been like, all right, sit there. What do you want? I'll make it for you. And sometimes it's worth it to turn around a 1-star review to a 5.
And sometimes it's not.
Sometimes they don't reply.
Oh,
that's never happened, and they've still gone, this is shit. And they've just walked out.
What would that be like, though?
I think that would be, that would be pushing my confidence to the limits, I think.
Do you think it's been helpful, like having a background in music for years to set you up in certain areas of owning a restaurant? Do you think there are some parallels in music and being in bands and working in kitchens?
Yeah, I think being a musician and running a service, particularly, not maybe less so the whole business, but being a musician and running a service is very similar. The prep for your ingredients is a similar kind of energy to practicing. Mm-hmm. You're on your own. You're taking your time. You're getting individual bits right. You're not rushed. And then you suddenly get the service like a performance where you're on, people are people are watching you. This is the time to shine. And then if people are coming and eating in the restaurant, you get immediate feedback like applause after a song, or booing. But you get immediate feedback from the customer or audience as to, and then you get the adrenaline release after a service, the same as you do for a show. So I think that definitely has a lot of parallels, and I felt that was why I didn't particularly miss the music, because I was still getting the same endorphin rush in
and creativity too. It is an outlet.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think in running a business, it's kind of like, I guess, running a band in just, it's all in the people management, really. It's everybody has very unique personalities, and you've got to find a way to make them get on with each other and work with each other. And if people are working 45 hours a week with someone they don't particularly like, it's gonna blow up very quickly. So it's just all in the people management, because if you can get them to be happy, the product will be good, the service will be good. They'll be happy to come to work, and they'll stay working for 1, 2, 3 years with you. As soon as
more.
As soon as they're unhappy, it goes very quickly.
How do you keep people happy?
Listen to them. I mean, everyone's different, and it depends what their needs are, but listen to what it is that they want, and see if there's a way to make that happen. Make people feel involved, make people feel heard. A good thing about having 3 restaurants is also you can, because I think working in one place for several years has the potential to drive anyone crazy. Coming in, doing this, making the same dough, doing the same service in the same room, for 45 hours a week. So having 3 different sites means we can rotate people around. They're seeing new regular customers. It's a different kitchen layout, different manager, different whatever, So that's quite fun. And I like that as well, that we've got regulars in all 3 sites that I've known since the day we open. And if I'm working there, someone's going to come in and be like, oh, I remember you came in the first week and you're still coming now 3 years after we opened, or whatever. So I enjoy that as well, seeing how each restaurant works as a kind of little microcosm.
Little institution of each neighborhood. Do you find it as crazy as I do that we put the best ingredients in our pizza, our dough, our cheese, toppings, fresh produce, and then we put pencil shavings on our tables called red chili flakes? What is a red chili flake? We found out about Flatiron premium pepper flakes from a customer who actually brought us some. We were putting it on every slice we ate. It was gold. We were like searching for it like addicts in the back, just like, ooh, where's the Flatiron? Where's the Flatiron? There is no going back. When you pop these peppers, you are gonna know. You can smell it, you can feel it, you can taste it. The 4-pepper blend, which is actually the blend we have on every table at Hot Tongue, definitely has a higher heat level, and I'm a heat guy, if you know what I'm saying. It has the arbol, the jalapeno, the ghost, and the habanero. Spicy. They are liberating pizzerias from low quality pepper flakes. Flatiron pepper, you are going to know the difference. In here, real peppers from Italy. Let's go. Head to flatironpepper.com right now. Use the code PIE2PIE at checkout. That's PIE, number 2, PIE at checkout. And any order over $25 is going to get you a bottle free of the sweet heat. Put that sweet heat in your cart, and any order over $25, that baby's gonna be free. Do not miss this chance to upgrade your pepper game. Head to flatironpepper.com right now and join the Pepper Flake revolution.
Like, we're serving the same product and the same menu in each restaurant, but each restaurant and each team has its own kind of energy. And I like to let them have kind of, within reason, the freedom to create themselves. So I'm not too prescriptive on how the pizzas are made from each chef. I'd like to let them have a little
Flair.
freedom. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think, like,
So you're not
the two chefs here today, Giovanni and Antonio, if they both made a pizza, I'd be able to tell you that's the one that he made, that's the one that he made. Like,
so you're not a control freak at all.
so long as it's a good product.
Yeah.
I don't mind the creative variation, because if you're coming to a pizzeria, you're buying a handmade product by someone who spent years learning how to do it.
Yeah.
So, I don't need to teach them a different way of making it, so they're having it as if I had been making it.
Well, no, that's an interesting concept.
So long as it's close enough.
So many people, well, because it's like, I talk to a lot of owners, and myself included, it's like when you hire old heads that have been in the game for a long time, you kind of have to retrain them to make the pizza the way that you want them to do it.
Yeah.
But I do like the idea of being like, there's close enough. It doesn't have to be out of Tim's head, or like the base face way maybe isn't, as long as the things are distributed and it tastes good and looks a certain way. Yeah. It's a base face pizza. Yeah. It's not like you must, because I'm like, I don't want the crust a certain way or blah blah blah, but those kind of details a lot of times don't really matter, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's personal. Yeah. It's personal preference. Yeah.
It's that jazz in you, dude.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the freedom of creativity and some improvisation. Mm-hmm. Like when you're playing a song as a jazz musician, most of the time you're playing someone else's song. Like they're making my recipes, but you're performing it in your way. Mm-hmm. And I'm hiring chefs who I believe are really good. Mm-hmm. So I feel like I should be giving them the trust that they're going to make a good product, mm-hmm. even if it's not identical to the one that I would make. Yeah. I feel that's also what the customer is paying for when they come. Like they're trusting that we're hiring good chefs. Yeah. And they make for them the product they feel is best. Do you play at all anymore? No.
Really?
Yeah, I kind of a couple of years ago, I think was the last time I played.
You don't even like pick it up or like play for your kids, or like, damn, dude, you just like fucking put it down one day.
Yeah, I think like it was my whole life for a very long time, and I just kind of fell a bit out of love with it. And I just decided to put it down, and I'm not going to force myself to get back into it. Yeah. I'll do it. It'll happen one day.
Yeah, definitely.
And
it'll be the right time.
I'm just going to leave it until I feel like I want to. Yeah. At the moment, my days are completely full from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep. Yeah. With this and family, so I don't have any gaping holes of time in which I'm like, I could feel like doing that. Yeah. I'm just going to take a pause whilst I send a message to say I'm not going to go and pick my kid up from school.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Do you need to go?
No. I'm just going to say that I'm not, because you said you were coming early. Yeah. So I said there is a chance I might be able to go.
I like your watch.
We got the same watch?
We got the same watch.
Nice.
It's 6:30 a.m. Mm-hmm. Good morning. It's still set on LA time.
Oh, you didn't change your time?
No. It's so I can, I know what time it is at work. Okay. Yeah, so I can be like, all right, I can text people like, not knowing I'd be fucking asked like, no, I don't. I should, if I had to text people, turn on the ovens, I would not be here. I one day just stopped making music and wanted to. I fell in love with pizza and the creative process. I feel like it gave me like that outlet. I think that like the design of your pizza box or like your merch or like what you put on the wall. There's creativity outside of just like cooking pizza. Even what your pizza looks like with your garnishes, your color combinations, like there's a lot of art and creativity in it. And it was kind of like one day it was just like I had done music for 15 years, thought about it, gone out to shows. It was just like it was done. And like for the first time, I went into a studio like just a couple months ago and started recording a song with these two people, and it was really nice. I had almost forgotten like what it was like to open up like a Logic session, and because I used to do a lot of production work and like kind of lose yourself, and that flow state I used to get all the time when I would be tinkering with dough or like early mornings at the shop by myself, which I don't really get those anymore because that job is being done by somebody else. Yeah. But I had kind of like resented and stopped liking music for a lot of different reasons, but it was really nice to take that much needed break from it. And obviously I could have stayed that morning probably for 4 more hours and finished this whole thing, or I could have been there for 9 hours. But I did have to get back to life. But it was something that was really nice to come back to after such a long time and just be doing it for fun and nothing else. Yeah. And I do imagine you will pick up that instrument again when the time is right. Yeah. You think your kids will be musicians?
Yeah, I don't know. My daughter's super into dancing. She doesn't seem very interested with performing music. Yeah. But she loves dancing. So.
Yeah. Well, it's in the blood.
Yeah.
It's in the blood. Was your dad or did they kind of like push music on you at all?
No, not at all.
No, really?
No. I mean, obviously it was around me the whole time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was not pushed at all. I just, if I showed an interest or wanted to do something, they would help with it. But like, I didn't learn to read music until going to university. And, they had always said, if you want to, I had expressed an interest in doing this as my career, and they were like, you will need to learn to read music. Yeah. And I just didn't until I got to university and they put me in the big band, and I suddenly had these like 10-page charts, and it was just like, hieroglyphics to me. Yeah. So I had to go to the head of my course and say, can you give me recordings and charts for all of the big band music we're going to play this year? And I spent 2 weeks just playing it along with the recordings and reading it, and then after 2 weeks I could read music.
Dang.
It was just like locking myself in a room like, okay, now I've got to the point where I really need to do this.
I gotta do it. So, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if they'd been pushy, they would have forced me to do it.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt.
Yeah. Yeah. So they were also very honest about the reality of being a professional musician, particularly a jazz musician. They were like, look, unless you're in the top 0.1%, you're not going to make any money doing this.
Yeah. Well, what do they think about this?
They're very supportive of this. Yeah. They've always been supportive of me, whatever I wanted to do. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, my wife still stops sometimes and goes, you were so crazy about music, and then out of nowhere you suddenly opened a pizzeria. Where did that come from?
What do you say to that?
Yeah, I don't really know. It's just kind of, who knows? Sometimes the dough just gets you, doesn't it? Sometimes you don't know where it's going to come from.
Sauce, dude. Yeah. You got lost in the sauce.
We don't see it coming. It's just suddenly you own a pizzeria.
Yeah. Like, it's like, wow. Yeah. Pizza guy identity. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe one day you'll just like put down the peel and be like, I'm done with fucking pizza too. Since 2021, I've had the privilege of consulting on projects across the country, helping operators fine-tune their dough, systems, and everything in between. I take it seriously because I know what it's like to build something from scratch. It can be terrible and lonely. Plenty of folks reach out just to talk shop, and I'm always down to share what I know. But if you're ready to take things to the next level, the next step of improving or launching your business, I offer a full menu of consulting services from dough doctoring to dialing in your systems, policies, and workflow. So head over to alexkoons.com to get in touch. Let's build something together. Better pizza for everyone.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the position I'm in now, I guess, similar to what you just described, is that I don't have to work as a pizza chef. I have full teams in each restaurant, and up until opening the newest one in Richmond, I had been kind of overseeing everything, and particularly that last opening, because I ran the first restaurant up until 4 days before opening that one. So I was trying to look after 3 restaurants whilst building a 4th one, and then closed one and opened the new one.
Yeah.
So that was incredibly stressful. To the point where I was like, I can't do this. I'm gonna have to close one of them. This is too much. And then a friend of mine, Phil, who you may have met because he co-owns Carmela's with
he was there. I met
he
Phil.
there?
Yeah,
Okay.
he was there.
So
We talked to Paul and
okay, so Phil lives around the
Jerry.
corner from my Barnes restaurant.
Yeah.
So I've known him since I opened there. Anyway, I talked to him about it, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. I'm gonna have to close one of them. And he said, you need an operations manager. So I put an advert out. Didn't really know what an operations manager was. I was like, what do they do? And Phil said, whatever you need done, they'll do it.
yeah.
And nobody serious replied to the advert. I just kind of left it there online for like 6 weeks or something. And then this guy sent me a message saying, oh, I've been a customer of yours since you first opened. I live nearby, and I'm a very experienced operations manager from small to huge companies.
Damn.
Should we meet up? Yeah. So he's down there now.
That was him on the computer?
Yeah. And he's saved my life. Both kind of in a jokey way, but also seriously. Like I wouldn't have been able to. I wouldn't have had the space to have recovered from this injury without.
So
without
did you
him
get
being
a little
there.
bit of your life back with hiring him?
Yeah.
And
Hugely, yeah.
did you worry about like having the money to hire an operations manager?
Yeah, but of course. I mean, that was the only reason to not hire one.
Yeah.
It's like, here is a person you're hiring who's not going to be serving tables or making pizzas or whatever. So where's that money come from? But yeah, I mean, as I was advised by other people who have them, if you get a good one, they save you money.
Yeah,
in
of
the
course.
end.
That's the idea. And time.
Yeah, but yeah, also for us as owners of pizzerias, time is also as valuable as money. If you can get time back to be able to be with your kids while someone else is, chasing up on the emails about why nobody picked up the rubbish or something.
Yeah.
For me, that's, if not more valuable than money. So, of course, you could work 80, 90 hours a week and do everyone's jobs as much as possible to try and save money. But
you'd probably be fucking miserable.
But what kind of life is that?
Yeah.
I've been incredibly grateful that he's here in the last few months, even though I haven't been able to live the life I would like to live.
Yeah.
The business has been able to thrive with me only kind of limping in every couple of days and going, everyone all right? Okay, thanks, bye.
Oh my God. Well, timing. Timing is everything.
Yeah. And I'm very sure that the reason it happened was as a result of the stress of that new opening and stuff as well. So the stress has a strong effect on the mind and body.
Oh, yes, it does. Stress can kill you.
Yeah.
Do you want how many of these you want, dude? You want 8? You want 16? You want to be 30 with Pizza Pilgrim style?
No, not
take
really.
The world over? Dubai, Saudi Arabia, America?
The thing that I like about them is that all of them are kind of integrated into a local community.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a kind of copy and paste place that I would put into just anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I like that they're close to me. I grew up in this area. I know these areas. The people coming are often, my friends' parents from when I was at school, stuff like that. That's what I love about doing this, is serving the people in the community and giving them a place that they enjoy to come and spend their evenings.
Yeah.
So it's not an operation of like, I want to copy and paste it and put it all over.
Yeah.
I like being able to be present in them myself. If I opened one in East London that takes an hour and a half to get to, in reality, I'm going to pop in once every 2 weeks because I'm just not going to have the time to get there and check in on it. So at that point, is it a base-faced pizza if I'm not personally really involved in it?
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, when I first started, I wanted to have 3. Now we've got 3 all on the south of the river. So we've left the north side of the river. But yeah, I don't have any particular desire to keep expanding. The first priority is to get these 3 really working to their maximum potential, rather than keep getting places up to like 70% and then just opening a new one and leaving everyone being like, hold on, but we weren't finished over here.
Yeah, we were almost there.
Yeah. So yeah, these 3 are my focus. For now.
Yeah.
Try and optimize the space and how we can use each one to help the other ones.
Yeah. Well, you can always tinker.
Yeah.
And it can always be better.
Yeah.
I've asked everybody this question. What would you, this word London style comes up sometimes. What does London style pizza, what is that to you? Is that a thing?
I think there's a lot of different ways to answer to answer that
What's
question.
your answer?
I think there's a lot of this kind of new wave of pizza chefs and pizzeria owners who are not coming from a tradition in their upbringing or something. Mm-hmm. So people who've come from Naples, they're so built in the tradition, and they're going to do, they're going to have the Maradona shirt on the wall and in their place and say, we're doing the tradition. For me, I grew up in London, I'm not Italian. Mm-hmm. I can put anything on my pizza and I have no tradition to be held to. So it's definitely Neapolitan in influence, my pizza, but then there's a lot of ingredient combinations which you definitely wouldn't find anywhere in an Italian pizzeria. Mm-hmm. And I think there's a kind of new wave of chefs maybe that have come through the COVID thing into it, often from creative industries elsewhere and stuff, like, Ugo, the guy from Short Road, he went there, right?
Yep.
So I think it's the London style. Some people would say it's just this thin and crispy thing, but I think it's also the freedom of creativity and the kind of, there's a lot of different things popping up, and it's quite hard to say this guy's doing that style, this guy's doing that style. So I guess the London style kind of encompasses the freedom that these chefs have to be able to do whatever style of pizza they feel is best and put whatever they want on their pizza, on their menu, on their walls, in their business name, whatever,
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, I kind of feel that maybe helps with this. Everyone wants to know what style you are. And that helps get away from this thing like, I'm not quite New York style. I'm not quite Roman style. I'm not quite Neapolitan. So London style is like, okay, good product that is unique to the creator.
Yeah.
Maybe that would be my interpretation of it, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
Well, I think that was a great answer.
Okay.
And I feel like that's where we end it. That's
all right.
That is the end of our London tour.
Good.
And I really want to thank you for your time making this happen. I'm so glad you're back.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Your back was okay for this.
Yeah.
If had we come a week earlier, you either would have been on the floor or standing up for this whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And it's a short ceiling.
Yeah, not good for me.
So thanks so much for doing this, dude. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much for coming.
Hey y'all, if you love what we're doing here on Pie to Pie, the best way to keep it going is to support the show directly. You can donate, subscribe, or even buy us a coffee. It all helps us keep bringing the real stories from the pizza world straight to your ears and eyes. A little can go a long way as we try to keep bringing you the best of the best. Hit the link in the show notes or visit our Instagram link tree to chip in and help us keep the ovens on. As always, love, trust, and pizza dust. Pie to Pie forever. Let's go.